everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to react to 2 Llama Arts videos and Gordon Goes Swimming. Now, to the person who wanted me to do part 1 and part 2 of the worst Thomas and Friends, whatever that was, I will get to that, but it might have to be in 2 separate videos, so I hope to do yours soon. Anyways, let's get started with this one. This first one's called True Hunting Stories, so let's see. Sorry, my back's a little itchy.
I was doing some night hog hunting in the woods near my backyard.
A little bit.
I was hiding in the tower I had built about a decade ago. In case anyone's wondering, I of course had a night vision scope attachment. I guess I'm what you would consider a hardcore hunter. I don't want to bore you with the unnecessary story prolonging details, so I'll make this short. And I want everyone to know that though I agree this story sounds far-fetched and crazy, it is nothing but the truth.
Okay.
And I, in a way, actually consider myself lucky that I'll always have such a horrifying story to share. So, while I was sitting in the tower waiting for movement, it finally...
I would never go hunting. I'm just saying, it's just because I don't like the gun noise, but I couldn't do it.
I took aim and found the source. But it wasn't at all a hog, or any kind of animal I was expecting.
Okay.
It was a person. A man wearing all black. Black sweatpants, black shoes, and a black hoodie with the hood over his head. But that wasn't... Okay,
see, the fact I saw him carrying a bag, it's like, why am I... Red flag right there, red flag.
The freakiest part, he was dragging a sack behind him.
Yeah.
My heart started racing. I was pretty sure I was witnessing this guy trying to bury a body. I continued to watch him, but then he slowed down. And I swear to God, it looked as if he turned his head up to me.
Run, just run. Why are you still standing there?
I ducked down under the wooden walls of the tower, shaking.
Why doesn't he just climb down and run? I'm sorry, why?
In my boots. Yes, I had a gun.
Yeah.
But just the idea of using it against a person is horrifying.
Well, that's true, yeah.
I lay low, praying to God that he hadn't seen me. It wouldn't make sense if he could, though. It's practically
read
pitch
fan
black
fictions
out
or
here.
listen to audiobooks or read books.
That was my logic.
Read fan fictions or listen to audiobooks or read
Seconds felt
books.
like an eternity.
I'm sorry about that.
As I waited for the footsteps in the leaves to move elsewhere, but I didn't hear any footsteps. All I heard was the sound of a foot hitting one of the wooden planks on the ladder of the tower.
Oh.
I felt the entire tower vibrate and shake as there were 2 more steps moving up the ladder. At this point, I was asking myself deep down, am I going to be able to shoot someone? But for some reason, whoever was down there decided not to climb all the way up, as I heard them jump back down to the forest ground and began dragging the sack away. I think I stayed frozen like a statue for at least 10 minutes before even peeking over the ledge again. The coast seemed clear. I had to get home and warn the police immediately.
Duh!
I hopped over the ledge and descended down the ladder. I turned on my pocket flashlight, which in hindsight was a stupid move considering the situation, and ran back in the direction of my house. I was only able to run for about 10 seconds or so when I heard the rapid, manic footsteps crunching the leaves from behind me. I took a look over my shoulder, and there he was, inches away from my face. I spun around and shot him in the shoulder. He stopped and screamed in agony, and I took that moment to finish my dash to my house. Again, in hindsight, I should have held him hostage somehow, but that doesn't even matter now.
No, it doesn't.
I called the police, who showed up within 15 minutes with a whole search squad, and I led them all into the woods to the exact location where I shot him.
What was in the bag?
There was a faint yet noticeable blood trail spilled onto the leaves, which led past the body bag, which the cops seized, and eventually right to the maniac, who was hiding under a log next to a tree. He was arrested and tried for the murder of Jinkwen Sakanaki, a Japanese corner store owner. I don't know the full story behind it, but I do know I won't forget this one for the rest of my life, and I'll also be telling it for the rest of my life.
Like, that is just wow. Like, imagine what would have happened if he gotten caught. I'm just saying, he probably, yeah. All right, this next one is a hitchhiking horror story, so let's go.
3 months after I turned 16 in 2005, I got my first car, a 99 Toyota Camry. On a warm Saturday night, when my friend Alex invited me over to one of his friend's big parties, I knew I wouldn't be in a condition to drive the Camry home afterward. So we carpooled with Alex's girlfriend, Brianna. We lived in the countryside of Virginia, meaning less big parties. Meaning when there was a big party, it was a huge deal and everyone would go. We lived about 5 to 10 minutes away from this kid's house. I knew where he lived as I was acquainted with him, but not exactly friends.
Okay.
The whole ride there, we took the same 2-lane highway type road through the woods, and this kid's house was actually on this road further down. At certain points on this road, there were a few houses on either side, and then it would just go back to being a long, empty highway again. The house was tiny, like a lot of houses around the area, but the party was held outside anyways, since its closest neighbors were relatively far away, and noise wasn't an issue. I'll skip most of the party up until the point that Brianna, who was supposed to be our designated driver, had to suddenly leave for a small family emergency. Alex said it was fine and that we'd find a ride home. Well, fast forward another few hours and another few drinks, and I could barely even walk straight. I checked my watch, and it was like 2 in the morning. I figured it was time to go. I started looking for Alex, but I couldn't find him anywhere. In fact, it seemed like everybody I knew had already left. I could barely even think straight, but I was still furious at the fact that Alex could have actually left without me. I asked to use the party host's phone and dialed Alex's home number. After 2 tries, I gave up and then realized I shouldn't wake his family up. So, literally not knowing what else to do, I dizzily stepped out onto the road and began walking back home.
Yeah.
I knew this walk would take anywhere from half an hour to an hour in my condition. Maybe after 15 minutes of walking down the road, the slight shine of car headlights on the road was fading in from behind me. Jumping for joy inside, I lifted up my arm and stuck out my thumb. As the car neared, it slowed down and came to a stop right next to me.
I
The
don't
man
like
driving the
this.
Performing
Ford
today.
Explorer rolled down the window and asked where you headed. I told him my house was just down the road and beyond a right turn, probably slurring my words beyond comprehension. He chuckled and told me to hop in. I thanked him and joyously hopped into the truck. I was exhausted, and I remember completely disregarding things the guy was asking me because I was so close to just passing out. And that's what happened.
Oh no!
Being in that truck turned to a fog, as I'm sure I passed out. The next thing I remember, I woke up still in the moving truck. The guy looked at me and laughed, but didn't say anything.
Get out!
I looked around and realized the road we were on wasn't familiar. I nervously asked, where are we going? He then said, so what were you doing out this late anyway? As the man answered my very straightforward question with another irrelevant question, the sobering reality of the situation hit me. You can let me out anywhere, I told the man. The man responded with a firm no.
Get out! Get out
like
now!
throwing up as he said that. No, I really actually felt like I was going to throw up. I started to gag as I felt more and more nauseous by the second. The man took his eyes off the road to look at me, and that's when I thought of the perfect distraction. I turned in his direction as I continued to gag, and he started to kind of lean away and slow down the car. Thankfully, I drank as much as I did because I finally threw up and made a point of doing it all over the man's lap. The man yelled in frustration and stopped the car, and that's when I took it upon myself to run for my life into the woods and duck behind a few bushes.
Oh, that was smart.
The man came following into the woods with a flashlight, and on 2 separate occasions, he shined the light straight over me without noticing.
Oh, geez.
Eventually, I heard his footsteps walk even further into the woods past me. That was when I ran back to his truck, but unfortunately, he was smart enough to lock it. By some miracle, I saw another car approaching in the distance, and I ran out into the middle of the street, waving my arms like a lunatic. The car tried to avoid me, but I wouldn't let it. They were forced to stop, and I yelled at them to help me before they came back. Once I told them that I was kidnapped by the man who was driving that Ford Explorer,
Oh, my
the
goodness.
driver agreed to give me a lift. Not to the police station or anything, but to my house. I made it back safely, where I couldn't thank the driver enough. I immediately woke up my parents and told them. My dad wanted to know if I got his tag number, and then I felt like punching myself in the face. I failed to get the simplest information from the guy that would have allowed me to actually properly report him.
Oh no.
All I knew was that he drove a faded blue 99 Ford Explorer. I made sure to give Alex a piece of my mind, and part of me always held a grudge against him ever since, just for abandoning me at a party without telling me. I haven't seen him in 4 years now, however, and this was actually the first time I even thought about this incident for almost a year now.
Wow.
As time goes on, even the worst of memories may start to fade. But after writing this to share with the internet, it's once again fresh in my mind.
That is just wow. Alright, this one's called Gordon Goes Swimming, and I'm already skeptical about
Where have you been
this.
these last few days? He's been touring the United Kingdom for his 75th birthday. Sodor is his last destination before he goes back to the National Railway Museum. Just then, Gordon slithered in with a sour look.
Hey, Gordon, guess what?
I've heard it. My silly cousin is coming to visit. Shouldn't you be excited?
The one who broke my speed record?
I think not.
Of
Gordon,
course
grow
not.
up!
You're just jealous, eh, Gordon?
Yeah!
I'm not jealous. Oh, stop being childish, Gordon. Not everything in life is about trying to be better than others.
Well, duh.
Next day, the engines were rushing with the final preparations.
Sorry guys, I'm just trying to
Crowds
get a
of
little more
people
comfortable.
gathered all over Sodor to get a glimpse of Gresley's finest work. At Vickerstown, the line side was full of photographers and journalists.
15 more minutes. 15 minutes.
Sorry
Read
guys.
fanfictions or listen to audiobooks or read books. Read fanfictions or listen to audiobooks or read books.
Oh, my God. Already? He's very early. Is that him?
It was him. He puffed proudly past the sheds and whistled long and loud.
Okay, here we
Cheering
go.
and flashing cameras erupted from the crowd.
Hello. I'm a BR Class 35. I make number 701 and... he's not listening. Hello. I see you all. Don't worry.
Gordon's gonna be so jealous!
Looks like a blue shark.
Oh, disrespectful, Duncan.
You know, I've seen him a couple times at the National Railway Museum, but I've never actually talked to him. Then you better get started today. Oh, here he comes.
Good afternoon.
Gordon, be nice!
Welcome to Sodor, Mallard.
It's a pleasure to be here. So wonderful to see you famous engines. Oh, poppycock. What a good day to you too, Gordon.
That evening, the engines all wanted a chance to talk to the Mallard. How fast did you go on your record run?
Oh no, Gordon, don't!
26 miles per hour, faster than any other steam locomotive.
Well, you're wrong, because I'm pretty sure I've gone 130.
Yeah, right. I call rubbish.
And we call absolute bullshit. Not in front of the Mallard.
Oh, don't worry, Gordon. It doesn't matter. Besides, high-speed trains in other countries can now go twice our speed. Now, I think I should go back to my shed. I have a lot of stuff to do tomorrow, like run my record run.
Well, good night. The next morning,
Gordon, don't
was
do
collecting
anything
passengers
stupid,
at
please.
Mallard's coaches. What are you doing with Mallard's coaches?
I wanted to help Mallard, so he told me to get his coaches ready.
Oh, Bear, you shouldn't be helping him. Oh, he's a disgrace. He goes off showing people how fast he can go and... Oh, God, here he
Oh,
comes.
please, Gordon, don't do anything
Thanks a lot,
stupid.
Bear. You're welcome.
Silly diesel, and silly engine too.
What's up with him? Don't listen to him. He just wants attention.
When Gordon reached Crosby, he was more annoyed than ever. We must wait until Mallard runs through so the passengers can take photographs. We'll be late. Don't worry, the Fat Controller knows. But Gordon was cross.
Gordon, don't do anything
Mallard
stupid.
thundered through with a roar. On his way home, whistled long and loud.
Come on, must get to 127, must get to 127. What does he think he's doing? Try to break that record of his.
He'll get into trouble. Slow down, Gordon. Gordon soon reached his full speed, and he couldn't go any faster. But he had been so concentrated on getting past 127 miles per hour that he wasn't looking ahead. The signalman hadn't expected him so early, and the line was switched to the harbor instead of the sheds. Gordon was heading for disaster.
I can't
Dear,
fly!
it's useless.
Gordon, slow down!
I can't fly!
Oh, shit.
Oh!
James Duck and the mallard had seen everything. Glug, Gordon. Serves him right for being a baby about speed.
Oh dear, what have you done, Gordon?
It took quite a while to get Gordon out of the water. The fat controller spoke severely to him.
You don't know how lucky you are to be back on the rails. What the hell were you even doing? I was trying to break Mallard's speed record, but it failed. That's the stupidest idea I've ever heard, and you're darn right it failed. May I take him to the works, sir? Well, I guess. Oh, thank you, sir.
Gordon didn't speak until he got to the steamworks.
I'm so sorry, Mallard. I was just jealous of your fame. It's all right. I know exactly how you feel.
Oh, my
I felt that
goodness.
way when high-speed trains came of age. You're quite famous too, Gordon. But fame doesn't determine an engine's quality. You know, each time I've tried to break an engine's record, something always goes wrong. I lost my dome while trying to break City of Churros' record. And you went swimming while trying to break mine. Oh well, perhaps you'll succeed next time.
Gordon is quite certain that there won't be a next time.
Okay, that was the funniest one yet. Anyways, I'll see you all in the next video on Monday. Adios, everybody. This is Camera 101 signing out. Adios, everybody.